Hey everybody, Jason here. So today I wanted to take a look at M1 Finance. This is a brokerage I use for my long-term holdings and just where I want to be able to put money and it gets evenly distributed amongst the holdings that I select in certain different portfolios. So I probably have a little bit too much going on here as far as different pies. This is one that I'm basically playing with. I decided to create a pie. These are all dividend paying stocks, and my initial idea was to try to find something that paid as close to daily as possible. So initially when I set it up, I found companies that did pay every day. Sometimes those dates of dividend payments do tend to shift a little bit. So you'll see I don't have payments every single day, but pretty close. Like if I don't have one day, I'll have 2 the next day, or if I don't have them for 2 days, I'll have 3 the next day. Part of the nice thing about M1 Finance is that when you put money in, it automatically purchases anything that you're low on as far as a percentage. So what does that mean? So when you set up your pie, you can see that you have target percentages. So these are by slices. So for example, Caterpillar, I put 4%, right? So since my target is 4% and it's actually 3.8, when I put money into there, it'll automatically purchase that before a stock that I'm up on. So that kind of forces you to do the right thing, right? We all know that it's best to buy the stocks when they're down, not up. But a lot of times we see something going up, we want to hop on that train, and we buy it at that point. But when, especially like with a lot of value companies, the best thing is to just buy it when it's down, and then you keep adding. This also doesn't just do that for me as far as my, I think I have weekly deposits of like $80 or something in this account. We can take a look at that. But also the dividends, when they come in, it gets redistributed amongst that pie as well. So if everything is even and one stock is down relative to my percentage allocation, it'll purchase that instead of buying something that I'm already up on. So if we look at, let's see, ADSO, let's see if I can do this. Where is it going to show that? So ADS, for example, let's see where we can see my target on this. Does it show it on this slice? It does not, I don't think. But we can look down here. So ADS, for example, my allocation to ADS is 1%, but you can see it's at 1.7. So it's not going to purchase this stock, it's going to purchase everything else until they get up to their allocated percentage. So let's take a look at let's look at the dividends first. And we can go to the dividends just by hitting the activity page, and you can see what my payouts here, right? They're not huge, but let's say March 5th, so that's Friday, we actually received 3. We got 80 cents, 31 cents. Pfizer paid us $3.09. Then Thursday we got 45 and $1.66. On the 3rd, the day before, 225, 67 cents. The day before that we got 70 and $1.18, so on and so forth. So we can see we're just getting tons of dividends here, right? I mean, it's not a huge dollar amount relative to the account size, but as soon as it accumulates a certain amount, and you can set that whether it's $5, $10, $20. So let's say every time it accumulates $20, it's going to go back and it's just going to purchase whatever you're low on in that account. And now we can see what the actual trades are. So these happen usually a couple times a month. So we can see basically all these relative to the rest of the stocks. These are what it was low at. or this is what the account was low on, so it purchased these. And it basically forces us to do that. What else can we look at here? So that's our trading, our dividends, and that's pretty much the core of this. So let's take a look at another one. Here is another one. So this is my all ARK invest pie. So this is very simple. I just allocated 20% to each of the funds here. And when we have our deposits, so we can look at our total activity here, and we can see what's going on, right? So I put 40 bucks. Do I put 40 bucks in this? Yeah, I don't know, it's every week. 1-4. Yeah, a couple times a different week. And what it's doing is it's trying to basically balance out the portfolio, right? So if ARKQ is up, which it is, you can see it's at 20.2%, and my next deposit comes in, right, it's going to buy more of the ARKK to bring that up to that same level. Now, a few things with M1. One, you can't purchase or sell things at any time. They typically just have one time a day or twice a day, depending on whether or not you have the gold membership or the standard membership. So you say, okay, I would like to put $400 in a certain fund, and it's just going to be that $400 when that time happens. For me, I believe it's like 7 a.m. and noon Pacific Standard Time are the two times when it makes the transfer. The positive thing is you can, and we'll go back to, let's take a look at this one again, you can buy fractional shares. So that is really nice. You can make a pie, and let's take a look at that real quick, just making a pie. I don't want to, let's see, if I select all and remove, okay, so this is basically building a pie. So this is what you'll start with. You'll probably start with one stock, and let's say I wanted to go and build my pie, and they have actually a pretty good filtration system here, so you can check it out by sector, by market cap, PE ratio, dividend yields, etc. So you could find all, you know, stuff, let's say minimum of 7% dividend, and maybe that's what you want to go after. They also have expert pies, which is kind of neat. You can actually follow like hedge fund managers. So you could go to Berkshire Hathaway and you could import the same pie that Berkshire Hathaway is currently having. You can do it based on retirement, and I believe they even have these by date. So like this is what somebody set up, and let's say you're planning on retiring in 2045, and you want to be aggressive, right? And they'll give you a certain allocation. Of course, a lot of these are going to have your Vanguard ETFs and a lot of safer things in them. But you can go all the way to, from like super aggressive to, you can go to just like income earners if that's what you're looking for, just kind of a fixed income based on a certain amount of money deposited. They also have like some green ones, which are that's pretty interesting. And let's see, other strategies. There's your cannabis pie, domestic growth. So basically anything, if you don't want to build it yourself, you can. But you can certainly also build it yourself. So you can just grab, let's say we want to grab Microsoft, Facebook, some JP Morgan, Procter & Gamble, and some Disney. All right, so we add these to the pie. And then after that, you can change your allocation. Let's say you're a huge Disney fan, you want 50% of that. And this will not ever let you save until the total's at 100%. So I've seen some people have that problem. And you have 10% on a couple and 15 on the next. In which case you could save it and you could name it My New Portfolio. and you can describe it, maybe some notes to yourself. I've done a few with certain market caps, with certain dividends above a certain PE ratio, so you can kind of get creative here, have fun with it, which is what I did. Obviously I'm not going to save this because otherwise I would redistribute everything in here. Oh yeah, I guess you can actually see the trading windows here. So it's 6:30 and noon are the two times. So if you're wanting to, like within these pies, there is the feature I'm talking about that actually has that automatically purchases shares. This is called auto invest. So anytime your cash balance goes up, and whether or not that's a deposit from your bank or just dividend collection, it'll automatically just put it right back in. So it's dividend reinvesting is basically what it's doing. So that is one. Or if you don't have the auto invest on, then if you have a deposit, you can actually go into the individual slice and buy, or the pie as a whole. So let's take a look at those two. If I want to buy, just basically plunk money in there, and I don't have auto invest in, right? I would get a deposit, $500, and I would hit buy here on the pie, and which just evenly distributes that $500, bringing the low percentage guys up. Otherwise, I can go into an individual stock. If I want to purchase more Altria, I have to go into that stock, and then I can buy that individually there. I can also sell it individually. But for me, I have auto invest on, and I just automatically purchase. Whatever is coming down, and kind of a set it and forget it. This dividend one is more of an experiment. I didn't do a ton of research. These are all companies I'm happy with. I thought they had a decent amount of growth potential relative to their dividends that they're paying out. We can see, like in the quarter, so far we've gained $810 as far as market value on this, and got about $100 worth of dividends. I don't know why, but those dividends are always super cool to see. This is a look at one of my other ones that I have on here. So this is one that I typically do purchase manually on, and these are almost all growth stocks. So if we look at, see, we can look at the dividends on this. I don't think we have a ton here. So we still get, you know, some dividends from time to time, but they're not huge compared to the dividend pie. But you can see this is just mostly all growth over the last, like, what, month. That's been hurt, so we've down 20% the last month just because they are mostly growth. But over the past year, we've experienced up 60%, so, and a $10,000 gain, with a little bit of help from dividends on here. So I can link these pies down below. I'll link this one. These are all ones that I keep adding to. This one I put in $2,000 a month. I'll link the dividend pie if you're curious. That thing you could literally start with $50 or yeah, that's what I do with any of these. Just build a bunch of companies that you like, companies that you know, potentially companies that you actually have used some of their products. Deposit a small amount over a long period of time. You'd be amazed at how well these things perform over the long term. If you have any questions, let me know down below. Oh, and I believe if you use the link, and I think you have to deposit $1,000, and I think we each get 30 or what is it, 30 or 40 bucks or something like that. And that should show when I hit share. Where is share? Edit? No. Share this pie. There's what it is. Yeah, when a friend signs up and funds their account using your pie, you both earn. Okay, so you have to use the specific pie. Otherwise, we don't both get money. But So chances are you'll probably want to change it anyways, but just to let you know that. So, all right, I'll link the this one. I'll link the dividend growth and those two down below in case you want to take a look at them. M1 doesn't charge anything, so there's no fees or any of that stuff. Pretty simple to use once you get the hang of it, but completely different if you're coming from like Robinhood or Thinkorswim. It's completely different. So might take a little bit of getting used to. But yeah, so let me know if you have any questions. Other than that, hope you guys have a great day.